question too. Why did God become a man? In the beginning there was God, and being God, he created. The creations of God were magnificent. He made a universe of unbounded dimensions, measured out in stars and galaxies. The range of his artistry, his color, his sound, his silence, reflected the wealth of his power and love. But God wanted more than worlds, so he created life. He turned to his special world, the earth, and filled it with plants and animals, monstrous and microscopic, a kingdom of moving and breathing and even thinking creatures, all fashioned in wild variety. But God wanted more than life. He wanted friendship, so he created mankind. This would be his crowning work, a manifestation of life that would reflect his own being. Rocks and trees, stars and whales, these were wonderful, but they were not his children. Men and women, as he made them, would be the close-knit family of an infinite God, clothed though they were in flesh and blood. An outrageous idea for communion it was, the perfect, infinite Spirit who is Lord of all, and the tiny, limited creature that calls itself human. And there was love between them until the children of earth stumbled. So the Father yearned through the centuries and the rise and the fall of civilizations, never ceasing to reach out to his prodigal family. He did this in every possible way, through the glories of his creation, through the immeasurable gifts he gave them, through the words of prophets and teachers. He dispatched his servants with countless messages that said the same thing in 10,000 ways. Come home. Come home. You're loved now and forever. The great problem must have a solution. The first order of business was to reintroduce the children to their father. How could impure flesh know pure spirit? There must be a way that men and women could know what God is like and therefore realize what life can be. The full extent of that, of course, was greater than the capacity of their understanding. For example, they could never understand, they could never comprehend the nature of heaven. To do so, they would need to enter those gates, and in their tainted humanity, they couldn't do that. Yet heaven could come to them. God himself could make the journey. He could pour his Godhead into flesh and blood, and visit the earth as a man himself. He could walk among people as a full-fledged human being in every respect, yet be fully God at the same time. He had sent prophets many times, but now he would do something far more shocking. He would leave the throne of heaven to walk among them, a king in disguise, the Lord of the universe in human scale, the Creator among his creatures. He entered our world through a doorway called Bethlehem, and the world was changed forever. John puts it this way: the Word became flesh and made his home among us. He was full of unfailing love and faithfulness, and we have seen his glory, the glory of the Father's one and only Son.